Alright, this is gonna suck. We have a nighttime terror mission on our hands. I expect casualties. This is not good. Bloody Australians. Phew. All right, robots. That's good. At least they're not civilians and reapers. All right. So a quick explanation of the night mission rules. First thing, while you have a sight range of 18 during night, your flashlights only have a range of 12. I think I'm gonna just lower the music volume a bit because this is kind of loud. Alright. So we do have flares available. They burn for a while and illuminate part of an area, but this is gonna be a really hard mission. So let's get to it. First, we need to kill this guy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have Emu, who cannot see the robot, so it's far enough. Right, so these lights provide illumination, which is why we can see further than we can see in this direction, and here's another light, and so on. Anyway, let's throw a couple of flares. Take a look what's out there. Looks alright. And over here, alright, so Emu is now in range. Now we really have to be careful on terror missions, as the aliens probably already brought snipers and and rocket launchers along, and those suck, to put it bluntly. All right, let's see if we can kill this guy. Let's put Horaces over here. Doesn't look like there's anyone behind here, so let's see if we can trigger some reaction fire. Alright, and let's trigger some more reaction fire. Alright, that seems to be it. Now, we need to take it down as soon as possible. I lowered the general volume and Windows. Alright, so unfortunately we suppressed the soldier, but there's not much we can do about this. We need to destroy this, or it's gonna cause a load of trouble. Alright, so I'm gonna leave J-Can with the task of throwing the smoke, and let's have Franconian just crouch. Alright, good. Now let's send Franconian forward. There's another one. Alright, so let me see. That's 20 range. So I don't think he can reach us. He will, of course, attack the civilians, but not much we can do about that. And let's see if we can throw a flare over this way. Can't see anything. Alright, and I want Emu to crouch, and I want him. Let's see that this is 45, alright. And I want Llama Horse to support him, and he'll set up here. Well, looks alright at a glance. And J-Can can just take a step forward and smoke this area so that our guys inside are safe, because they are not in cover. Like so. And can we hit him? Yes. So I'm just gonna pull back with finish. I'm expecting the robot to come closer, so I'm just gonna pull back so that we're not caught next turn, and Primo can stand here, and XZ can't move anyway, so we'll leave him where he is. Emu is overlooking this side, though he doesn't have the move for Overwatch. Llama Horse as well, and Horasis is keeping an eye over on this side, and should anything arrive, his shield should protect him. Ah, crap. Alright. Still, it's not too bad, it's just a shotgun. We can take it out. So I'm thinking we can leave this guy alone for now, and that robot couldn't have gone far. And I'm thinking if we just take a step forward, there we go, we can see him, and now can we hit him? Yes, and if we just move a bit closer, let's see here, maybe one more step? No, this is far enough. It's not quite in effective range, but it's close enough. A couple tiles extra. Should be good. 2 hits. I'm okay with that. Let's bring Primo closer as well, and finish it off. Good. Okay, so not a bad start, though this thing is gonna cause problems. Should we take another step forward? I don't think so. But we should open fire at it, especially as we have the range. It's a miss. We need to fire. Sorry, we need to fire and then pull back. Say inside. So let's give it an aim shot and then retreat. That's a hit. That's good. And if we just move here, that's slightly less cover for him. And we also hit. That's good. And maybe we could also yeah, let's move here instead. Like so. J-Can is perhaps too exposed here. There could be snipers around and we really do not want that. Alright, so we're left with a couple of guys who would rather not risk it this time. So I'm just gonna pull Horace's throw a flare over this way. Nah, there's no need. We see pretty much everything we need to see. Yeah. The big question is, which way is he gonna go? And I'm thinking if we put Franconian here, we'll be able to keep an eye on it, while Horaceus pulls back to say here. Yeah. And maybe throws a flare. Alright, we still got XZ. Very good. Only 31. Well, alright. It's a hit. Now, I would prefer if the sniper could move somewhere further away, but yeah, let's move him here, and the next turn, civilian. And the next turn we'll move somewhere over here, so that Primo can assist. Franconia needs to keep an eye on this side as well, so this should be alright. It comes. Alright, so the soldier shot somewhere in this direction, so there's probably something there. Let's see if Emu can see our target. No. How about XZ moves here and gives us a bit of illumination. There we go. Can we hit it? Yeah, it's unlikely. Now I'm thinking we're far enough that it won't reaction fire. And we can sort of pull back, and I think I'm gonna drop a smoke anyway. So, but first things first, let's attempt to strike with the laser gun. Nope. And we want to avoid reaction fire if at all possible. So let's have the assault rifle try, and there we go. We got him. Good. Now, I don't know if you saw this, but this guy is blue. And the robots we faced so far are green, and that's something to keep in mind. This guy was tougher than that guy. Alright, now let's have a look what's over here. The soldier fired, so it must have seen something. Yep. Now that guy is using a rifle, and it's really fortunate we didn't fire, because he would have reaction fired. Let's pull back. Right, we need to set up in such a way that no, actually, no, we don't. We need to set up in such a way that Lord Finish can fire next turn, and Haresus will take the heat for it. And we're gonna do that by first ensuring that there's nothing over on this side. So let's just take a couple of steps forward, make sure we're in the clear. Alright, so Franconian can stand here and probably won't get shot. Now I think it's safe for Haresus to stand here. On the other hand, I don't want him to take reaction fire, so I'm thinking, yeah, it's far enough that we can take a shot and then retreat. It wasn't a high percentage chance, so it's fine. If we just, let me have a look. Alright, so I'm thinking we still need to keep an eye on this side. The building seems to be about like so, because this indicates that there's a wall or something here, which we can't see. Okay, so I think Emu's position is fine. I'm not gonna move him. And I'd like Premu to move somewhere else, perhaps next to these guys. We're not gonna get a clear shot at it, that's for sure. So what I'm hoping to do next turn is just have Haresus move up to here, take reaction fire, and then have Finish take a step forward, open fire, and then pull back. And perhaps Premu can assist, but I'd like him to go this way so he doesn't trigger reaction fire from something. Let's see. Nope. Alright, if you stand over here, you have a pretty good firing angle. You're good. It's really unfortunate. I should have brought more ammo, to be honest. It's unfortunate that a terror mission was spawned in Australia, the only part we haven't set up a radar yet. That's how it goes. Alright, let's see what they do. Right, so we have more hostiles coming in from the west, along with that guy, though because he took a shot, I don't think he'll be able to reaction fire, and we should take advantage of this. Let me see, we need 3, we have 72, oh, we have 90 and we need 72, that's an 18 difference, so 4 to turn around, that's 14, which means we can take 3 steps forward and then 3 steps back. But I'm hoping I don't actually need to take 3 steps. I'm hoping 2 steps will be enough. Perhaps only 1. 2 steps. Perfect. And now we can get back. Yeah. Yeah, it wasted all its move. Can't even turn around. Alright, so we need to attempt to destroy it with, what's this? That looks like a heavy rifle, to be honest. And that could possibly also be a heavy rifle. Huh. Now I'm thinking we might just grenade it. 3 grenades should suffice to destroy it. Yeah, let's do it. Reaction fire, not good. Of course, we'll also attack it, just in case. Let's see if Hemo can hit. Missed. What about Lama? Alright. Now I'm thinking this should be enough. 3 grenades. Now this side. I think we scored 2 hits, so I'm thinking I don't really feel like risking Franconian for this. That's a hit, and I think we can, yeah, we can do one more shot. Good. And XZ. I don't think we can do another shot with him. Alright, we damn. Should I just grenade the fucker? Let's see. I really don't need this, because the hell with it. Right. Can you reach? How far can you reach? 50. So Harassers can move to here, face over there and throw the grenade. But there's no guarantee we'll actually kill it. We could simply throw some smoke, leave the soldier to his fate. I'm thinking maybe let's try it. Good. Good, very good. Very good. Alright. Alright, now Harris is the only one who hasn't moved, but I'm gonna keep it that way. No need to risk him. XZ. I think pretty much everyone else has used their move, so now all that's left is to see if this guy actually dies to the grenades. How many we will need to blow it up. Alright, 2 grenades would have sufficed after we hit it once, though on the other hand we don't know how much damage we actually did. So I think that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll probably be facing somewhere between 20 to 25 aliens. At least that's what I'm expecting. So we really just put a minor dent into it for now. But I'm hoping we can change that very soon. So we just throw another over here. Now I don't know if you heard, but seems the Androns arrived with small drones, so we'll probably not face snipers this time. Which is good, because our equipment is garbage. We really shouldn't have taken this, I mean, it was kind of unfortunate we had this terror mission in the first place, but you know, what can you do? Alright, so let's split up into two groups. I want XZJCan and finish over on this side, and Horesis will join these three guys down here. So let's move behind this car here. And let's have Llama Horse move here, you know. I'm kind of apprehensive standing here because of, well, all of this can explode, obviously, but it should be fine. And let's have Emu have a look inside. Should be clear, but yep. And now we can stand here, and we'll move next time. And Premu's position would be better here, so he can fire further up. Alright, now how do we deploy these guys? So we're almost at the edge on this side. It's kind of a small map, to be honest. I was expecting, yeah, we have more that way. So, well, the soldier is a bit of a point man at the moment, and let's try and keep it that way. Let's put XC here, and JCan over here. And let's throw some. No need, we're covered. Alright, how about one here? Looks alright. And let's have finish move here for now. Alright, Franconian has a bit of move, so if we just, let's see, 26, and we need 27 to throw this. That said, it's better to throw it and just pull back one tile less than we would have otherwise. Alright, clear, good. So we're almost at the edge here, and it should be easier once we actually reach it, as we'll have a a nice front, and then we'll just move to the northwest. Alright, so this side needs to check this building and check behind the building. So let's check behind the building first. Looks... doors open. Keep that in mind. And I think we can stand here. But before we move, let's see what's inside. Alright, so there's no other doors, and this is clear, just in case. Alright, so we're kind of funneled here, and I'm not particularly pleased about that. We need to secure this building before I send Horaces over this way to keep an eye on this part. And once this is secure, I can explore this building. So for now, Blue Emu steps back, keeps an eye out this way. No need to crouch because this is 100%. And Primus' position is fine, I think, yeah. If something shows up, he'll be able to open fire. And Horaces can't really move from here. And we'll put Lava Horse here so that if something does show up from here, he won't be under threat. This is gonna be a long one. I just want to tell you that right now, because we have a lot of ground to cover. So let's take position here. But first, let's have a look. Let's see if we can take a look inside. Nope. We need to break the window first. I think J-Can is safe here. So let's just throw. Alright, so the building extends all the way, I think. But over here, yeah, I think the building extends to here. Nothing over there. So I'm gonna pop a smoke here, just in case there's something inside the building. And I need 47 to do that, and we don't have the move to do that with him. So I'm just gonna take a step forward with J-Can, so he's covered on that side. And crouch, and let's just throw a smoke here. And let's bring in XC. Finish can also move forward now to, say, here. Alright, so we have several hostiles. We have the two scouts, which are visible, but there's also a robot behind here, hiding. And I'd like to expose it in order to see what kind of weapon it's using. I can't see it. How about you? Alright, so it looks like a shotgun, I think. In other words, I think it's safe to ignore it for now and focus on destroying the suppressor. That's unfortunate. That should have been a kill. I'm thinking if you just take a step over this way to avoid the cars. One more. There we go, and you have enough, right? Yeah. It's down. Get back. Keep an eye out. Now this thing. It's not really dangerous. But on the other hand, we really need to have a look what's behind there, and we can't do that while it's alive. But it's too far to engage at the moment. How far can you throw this? Not really far enough. So I think you can move to here and then return. Alright, this is risky, but I'm doing it. Alright, good. So there's nothing over here, and we'll just hide behind this bus and engage it next time. That's unfortunate. Jaken should be safe. Finish should be safe. Now harass us. No, there's no need. I do not want to trigger its reaction fire at all, so I'm just gonna stay well away from it. But I am gonna bring Premu closer so that he doesn't have all this junk in the way of his shots, like so. And Llama Horse can probably take a shot and then retreat. No, he can't. Now, one thing to notice is that he can't see us. So remember, 9 degrees view, which means we're invisible. So I'm thinking if we just pull back, it won't come after us. And I really need it to not come after us. I really want it to go over on this way where we have more firepower. That said, we do have one laser. Ah, crap. Well, I think Emu and Llama Horse will need to pull back. So off you go. And you can return to, say, you can stay there for now, but I'm gonna have to save you somehow next turn. Right, you are on the scout, so should be here. Right. Yep, it's coming our way. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have Finish attack it. That'll turn it away, and then Llama Horse will be able to simply flee. Because he is close enough to reaction fire, should Llama Horse attempt to move out as is. Now, should we can always do it. So 90% versus 2 times 60, that's a 16% chance of missing both. Do it. That's 1 miss. That's 2 misses. Well, you gamble and you lose. Alright, so that thing went somewhere over there. Let's see if we can get it with Franconian. I don't think so, but let's give it a shot and then just pull back. I don't think it has the move to come after us. That's a miss. 27. Perfect. It's somewhat annoying, but what can you do? Alright, so with him turned around, I think it's time we pull on a horseback. I'd like him to hug this side, because there could very well be a rifle over here, and I'd prefer to avoid reaction fire if possible. Alright, good. Now, if you give it a shot, you missed, that's fine. And I want you to cover, well, just cover us all with a smoke like so. And yeah. Alright, and who's left? J-Can and XZ and Harassus. Now Harassus can give one shot and then pull back. Good, a hit. Now how far can you pull back? Not far enough, though I don't think there's anything else out here. So I'm gonna risk it and put finish here. Well, it's not exactly a risk, but... And the reason it's not a risk is... yes, it is a risk. And we should be fine. Alright, so... Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a hole. And I'm gonna throw, hopefully hit. Good. Alright, so looks clear-ish. Get out on this way. Alright, now XZ. I think I'd like you to step over here first, take a look over here, and then hide behind the bus. As expected, the building just goes on and on. So we just move XZ here, so that he may assist Franconian next turn with the drone. I think we moved everyone. There's the rifle, which we can no longer see because why? Alright, so that thing is somewhere over here, and I'm thinking if we just blow this whole place up, let's see, if you move here, how far can you throw the flare? Good, far enough. There's one. Now, if you the soldier was killed, apparently. Where is that thing? There it is. There we go. And now we can safely move. No, well, sort of. Not really safely. Hold on, I gotta pause the recording for a second. Alright. So we wanted to have a look inside, right? Safe-ish, we said, yes. Doesn't really look safe. 24 to throw, not enough. Alright, we'll do this next time. Maybe I should have dropped the smoke, but it's fine. Alright, so about this guy. Now, I think what I'd like to do is bring Finish back up and shoot him, but I'm somewhat worried that there's something more over here and that it'll fire and finish. So what I'm thinking is I'm just gonna shoot him and hope all this explodes. But before we do that, let's bring whatever firepower we have on our target and hopefully it'll weaken it. Well, that was entirely underwhelming. So now we have a problem, and that is I think 67, and then can we get inside? 49. I think we could snapshot. So let's try that. One more step. One more step. There we go. Now smoke is hindering us, so we're not really gonna have a good time here, and because we need to turn around again, we can only afford a snapshot. Yeah. Alright, so I think I'm just gonna pull back and wait for it. I mean, there's no rush really, because worst case scenario, something arrives from here, and it's got nothing to do with that guy. So if we put Primo here, can he open fire? Yes. Can he hit? That's highly unlikely, but let's try it anyway. Yeah. Finish needs to reload next turn, and Llama Horse and Emo and da. Right. Civilians are trying to hide because that thing is probably really close now. Can't see it. There it is. Okay, so it's in the open, sorta. Oh, come on, Primo, stop missing these. This is important. Alright, you need to reload. Now, what about the rifle? Where is it? There it is. And it's not looking toward us. So I think I'm just gonna grenade it. And that should be sufficient. And I'd like Finish to come around on this side, and maybe next turn we can hit the rifle. Maybe we can hit the rifle this turn as well. Let me see. So it's over here, right? And if we take it one step forward, we can try this. This. Come on, people. Robots. Right, so that thing is over here. I don't think there's any way we're gonna hit it. So let's focus on this side. Let's have a look. And over here, looks clearish. What about this side? let's just move this way, so if there's something out there, it won't shoot us. Now, I'm worried about these open doors, but it's probably just a civilian or something. Alright, so JK needs to start moving. These 4 should be sufficient, or 5 actually, should be sufficient to handle. Can we get there and back? We should be able to. And just enough to open the door and get back, but there's no need to get back because all this is clear. We can set up here. Yeah. Like so. It may have killed it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see pretty soon. In any case, that seems. Yeah, it seems we killed it. So now I'm wondering how far. 7. No, it's too close. Maybe Primo? Yeah. That's shit. How about... I'll think about that later. Let's have a look in here. Looks clear. There could be something upstairs, of course. Good. Now, we didn't see anything upstairs, and nothing shot us last turn, so... But the door is open. So... Let's move to here, because there could also be something over there. Let's move to here, keep an eye out. And let's move JCan inside. And a flare over here. It looks alright. I don't think we'll be having any trouble inside. So let's push XZ forward as well. And throw another flare. Right, so I'm pretty sure we destroyed that that robot that was standing here, because I don't think it's gonna move to here. How do we do with this thing though? Now, what I'd like to do is just push finish here, and then just draw it over to the east. But it's gonna focus on the civilians, and I'd rather save them if possible. And also, we still haven't explored this area, so we're kind of stretched thin, to be honest. Let's put Llama Horse here, so that he can keep an eye on this side. Like so. And with that covered, I can now feel slightly more secure in sending finish here. Yeah, that's good enough. And with that, he's not looking at us, so we can move safely. This is fine. So let's just pull inside and see what it does. Maybe Prim can't take that shot. It's 35%, it's reasonable, I suppose. That's fine. That's fine, and you're fine, and you're alright. Just, yeah. Alright, now, let's see. Where is it? It's really close now. Can we? No. Damn it. What about? Nope. And from here? Nope. And here? Well, we could hit it. Although next turn it's gonna be a bit of a problem. Because I'm pretty sure we lack the firepower to destroy this turn. There's a good chance we might miss everything. That said, I think it can't see us, right? No, it can't see us. But if we stand here, we can throw a grenade here and it can't, and it won't reaction fire. So let's do... Where is it? Where's the grenade? Did we throw it? Oh shit. Get out of here. Grenade's probably nearby. Damn, where did the grenade go? Well, Emu, 54. Yeah, you have enough. Throw the grenade as well. Where's the other one? Alright, so with this area secure, we can put finish here, and he'll open fire next turn. And Prim also needs to pull back to, say, here, and he should be able to fire next turn. And Llama Horse also needs to retreat, because if that thing moves here-ish, if we put him here, he should be safe, because the wall will protect him. And he sees pretty much as far as he can, so no need to do anything there. Just have a look over here. Everything looks fine. So, how's it? 45? So I think he can stand... That's 100%. Good. I think he can stand here. Nothing should arrive on this side, and even if it does, there's a 45% block here. Llama Horse is covering him, so he should be okay. Alright, now, do we go upstairs? Let's go upstairs. Let's have a look. Well... I think we can stand here. And we'll finish our exploration next turn. And XZ can just have a look behind, everything is fine, and he can get back here. Or perhaps he can move inside, but let's put him here for now so that he can keep an eye on this side. Jake Can is fine, Llama Horse is fine, Finish is fine, Premu can't reload, needs 30. Alright. And Horaces is fine, and Emu is fine. Well, I'm pretty sure we killed it. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's gone. Alright, so with that resolved, I don't even know how many we killed so far. Alright, up we go. We need to check. What is in here? Well, there was someone in here. Otherwise all these doors won't be open. It was probably a civilian, though it's difficult to tell. So let's bring, since there's nothing up here, let's bring Franconian down and off to the next building. Looks fine. Alright, J-Can, have a look. There's another rifle. We're actually pretty safe now. Guess we've been drawing a lot of attention. So I suppose Llama Horse could step forward. Horaces as well, so Horaces can move to here. Emu here for support. So and let's move Llama Horse forward. All clear. And if we just stand here for now, because we don't know what's over here. Let me tell you a story, since there's nothing particularly interesting happening. I did a terror mission against some civilians in another campaign, and I did everything nice and perfect until the very last hostile, where I just rushed in and got one of my soldiers killed. Fortunately, he was revived later, but these missions really drain you. I mean, they really take a lot of time. The maps are relatively large, considering the normal map. You know, there's still plenty to explore, and there's a lot of enemies, so alright. If we just step outside, have a look. What's over here? Nothing. Alright, stand here for now. And you wait until, yeah, the rifle's coming closer. No problem. It can't see us, so I'm gonna drop a flashbang over this direction. Alright, and then get back inside. Now maybe we can hit it. Nope. Too much cover. That's fine. And now there's a lot of doors here, so I'm just gonna wait. I'm not gonna do anything. What about you? You could hit him, but meh. This isn't actually a pretty good position for you. I should have put you somewhere else, like say here is probably better. That way you have a clear shot this way. Alright, so I think we're gonna need a shield up here, but we also need to explore this area again. And if we just have a look, can we get back? No. Alright, just join them. And now this way. Right, that the Andor opened the door last time, so we can get back to here. And finish. Okay. Actually, I'm thinking I just leave him here, maybe, or maybe over here somewhere. I don't know. Let's put him here for now, and we'll move him next turn to wherever we actually need him. Her. Finishes a her. Right. Right, so that Andron is probably closing in on us. Where is... There it is. So can we hit it? No. Can we hit it if we move over here? Yes. Well, it wasn't particularly probable shot, so that's fine. How about you? That's a hit, good. Alright, now if you just take a look behind here again, nothing. And inside, nothing, but the door is open, which is generally not a good sign. There's also an upstairs, and the door upstairs is also open. Again, not a good sign. Alright, we just step outside. So there's nothing over here, so we can move to, say, here. Nothing in the building. This guy is way too far to be a threat, or perhaps not. Let's move to here. Alright. Now, I don't think we can move over, so we'll just wait here. And XZ. We can actually make a circle or around, and that'll be enough. Alright, if we just close this door now, it might move toward JCAN. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do then, but it was fired upon by these guys here, so it might also move this way. Alright, so this looks safe-ish. I think Emu can stand here safely. And I think we can put Harassus here. And Llama Horse can wait here until this thing decides what it's gonna do. Well, actually, no. I'd prefer if you came over here and kept an eye on it. Maybe even throw one of these. Can't do that, that's fine. And it's coming our way. I think it hit behind that vehicle. Just have a look. There it is, yeah. Alright, so we can attack it. Can't attack it. At least not from here. Not from here either. So we have a lot of ground now that's available to us, so I think I'm gonna use it and move forward. Like so. And the sniper over on this side. And now Emu can have a look behind the building. clear, and well, there doesn't appear to be anything inside. Let's have a look anyway. I'm just gonna send Horaces upstairs. Door's closed, that's fine. Right, so maybe we can position ourselves to attack it from beyond the visual, but nah, it's too heavily protected by the van, so I guess we can just wait. Nothing more we can do. Alright, now this side. Let's do our circle. Alright, all good. Now XZ can move upstairs. No, he can't. That's too much move. Close the door and step over here. Keep an eye out. And I want you, since we determined that all of this is clear, actually you can throw another flare over in this direction. Yeah, all of this is clear, so XZ can move forward. Have a look what's behind here. We're actually not meeting a lot of resistance. I was expecting more. But that's fine. I really need to reload this. Come on, stop hiding. Right, up we go. Civilian, alright, good. And we just step outside, crouch, we're fine, and you have a look. Looks clear, and looks clear, so close the door. Alright, so our current front is something like this, to here, and then down to here, and then there's this guy, so around here and here, and we got this building. So if we just ensure it's actually clear, yes it is, good. Alright, now let's just move Emu over on this side, because this is the edge. One of these. Yeah. Well, that could have gone better. I'd keep an eye out anyway. Alright, so what do I do about this guy? I think I'm just gonna pull back with the machine gun. Or should I? Yeah, let's put finish here. And then Primo can drop a smoke here. What he does, and let's have... Do you have grenades? Yes. Do you have grenades? Yes, good. And let's have Llama Horse move to here. He should be safe. Like so. And Primo's position is fine. Finish's position is fine. Franconian is fine. And so is XZ. So JCam practically hasn't moved, but that's not really an issue. Alright, here it comes. Now unfortunately it's looking toward us, so do we have... no. Well, let's pull back further. It's positioning itself quite well, actually. Now, I'm thinking we should switch to shotguns, perhaps. But on the other hand, we can hide behind here and just drop grenades at it. That'll also work. Also, Franconia needs to reload, and he could also assist, probably. Let's have a look outside. So we shouldn't leave ourselves exposed. Alright, so let's put J-Cam here, leave the door open, and Llama Horse as well, because he could also come over this way, and taking a step back should allow us to throw the grenade. Yeah, good. So we're just gonna stand here, and let me see. Nope. Stand here. That way you're protected, and if it wants to attack us, it has to come somewhere over here, and that's much more manageable. Alright, so let's have a look what's behind here. First, Horaces moves forward. This area looks clear. And now Emu moves to here. And let's throw flash. Flare. Looks alright, so a flare here as well. Nope. Then we wait. The question is, should we send Franconian back to assist or not? Now, I don't think he can actually arrive in time to help. And we can pull back through the door if that thing becomes too belligerent. And we always have the option of smokes. So I think we're not going to do anything with Franconian, and we'll wait. I'm impressed. It hasn't moved in any direction I actually thought it would, though it could have moved here. Except now I don't have anyone who can check. Yeah, it moved here. Alright, I think Horaces should be able to... yeah. Actually, I think we can throw one of these. Let me see. It should be visible, according to this. Let's just take a couple of steps forward and maybe confirm its position. There it is. Alright, so yeah, let's do this. Good. Good. Alright, with that handled, we can now take more ground. Like so. And J can also move forward. We're almost done, just a bit more. There can't be many of them left. Of course, Finnish only has one burst of machine gun fire available. This looks clear, but let's send Harris's over here to just make sure. Yeah. Alright, so I think we can step inside. Yep, all clear, and just crouch, and also he move to here, and he should be safe. And just turn around and break this just in case. Okay, fine. There's gotta be at most one or two left. It's probably a shotgun. I don't think we saw the officer. An officer would be purple. Alright. Nope, it's just another regular and run. So Finnish has only one burst remaining, so let's try and make it count. And everyone else can just open fire. That's fine. That's a miss. Can you see anything? Nope. Have a look. We actually got kind of lucky with all the street lights. It really helped with visibility. Right, so where do we put our guys? Let's have... Alright, so this side looks clear. I may have overdone it. I think this was a mistake. Can we... yeah. Of course. Will he be able to fire? I'm pretty sure he will. Yep, he would have been able to fire. Alright, good. Emu's safe, and Orestes can just wait here, that's fine. And J can, since this guy already attempted reaction fire, I think it's safe to give him a little shot. Like so. And get back. XZ can just wait here. It's trying to hide. We got 2 contacts. Ah, right. I forgot to mention this. After 15 turns, we get the entire map is revealed to assist us in hunting them down. So essentially, we only have these 2 left, and well, since we see everything anyway, let's just open fire from as big a range as possible and try to destroy them without taking counterfire. That's 1. And since we now know there's nothing else out here, we can send Franconian more aggressively against them. Actually, everyone can now move more aggressively now that we know where they are. Let's move up. We got this. Now finish. Let's... Again, I want to put you somewhere where we can actually use you and your little burst. But I don't want to put you too close, because I don't want to expose you to actual fire. I don't think you have the health. Or maybe it was 12 turns, I don't know. In any case, I don't usually play long enough to see this, but as this was a night mission, and so that guy is obviously not gonna cooperate. So I'm just gonna grenade it. To hell with it. That's 1. Well, that's unfortunate. Alright, no rush. Closer. Is this 100%? I wonder. Where's... Here you are. Who can target this? No one. Right, move up. And you over here. It is 100%. I'm thinking, if we move here, will it be able to reach us? It probably could. So close, come on. I know you can do this. Damn. Alright. Let's see. If you move here, ish. Nah. How about you go inside and close the door, and we'll see what we can do next turn. Another grenade will probably kill it, but I'd like to get the loot. Since it's now the last alien, I think we can take the risk. Let's step back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, good. So now we're just gonna move in and stride. Horaces will take the reaction fire with the shield, and we'll just finish it off, and that's it. Or no reaction fire whatsoever. Very good. We live.